Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But any female that ever dealt with me over a period of time, she not gonna say I did her wrong. She not gonna say I did her dirty. I deal with women in love, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never been in love with no woman. I ain't never been in love at all. You know what I mean? I've been in love with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But with God, but I ain't never been in love with no female. You know what I'm saying? And back to my situation though, any female that I really was had an ongoing situation with, my lust was being fulfilled. But I think it's the grace of God that I never fell in love. Cause a female can't really get the best of you until you fall in love. And falling in love is not bad. But if you fall in love with somebody that doesn't love you, that's a bad thing. Or if you fall in love like Delilah, she didn't really love Samson. She crossed him over. She was setting him up the whole time and crossed him over. So he fell in love with a woman that didn't love him, and it cost him everything. And then if you look at Solomon, you can fall in love with somebody, but they end up influencing you in the wrong way, like Solomon. You know what I mean? So if you fall in love with somebody that really love you, and fall in love with somebody that's going to lead you and guide you and steer you and influence you in the right way. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with falling in love, but you just want to fall in love with the right one. But like I said, you don't really know somebody in love. Cause like I said, I loved all the women I was with. You know, if it was anything ongoing, like a relationship or anything like that, you know, I loved all of them. But I wasn't in love though. Cause I think about some of the stuff that me and my ex-wife went through, and RIP to her, she not with us, you know what I'm saying? But RIP to her. And you know, we went through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we both got our life right with the Lord. And then you know, we had both got our life right with the Lord. That's when we got married. And then, you know, unfortunately, she began to backslide and all that. But I'm finna get into that. I really want to tell the whole story because I'll be giving bits and pieces. But but then she kind of backslid. She felt like I wasn't doing what I should do as a man. And then another dude came in the picture. So if I would have been in love, like either I probably would have killed him or he would have had to kill me. You know what I'm saying? It would have got ugly if I would have been in love, but I wasn't, you know, I wasn't in love. So I just had to. Now I was still hurt though. Just that it, you know, just you put that time in and it don't work out. It's a wasted investment. So I was hurt because I loved her, but I wasn't in love to the point where I get stupid or get crazy. It wasn't like that. And she tried to put me in situations like that. And then also after we divorced and everything, you know, we was still, you know, she was gone for a while, and then she came back, and you know, we were still friends, you know, on behalf of our daughter. You know what I mean? We were still friends though. So it wasn't no bad blood or nothing like that, but we went through some stuff, you know what I mean? And then every other relationship, man, you know, I love it was just the grace of God in my life, man. I'm a loving person. So, but you know, I dealt with my women in love, but I just wasn't in love. And that's what probably kept me from going crazy when the situations went sour. Okay. So, but check this out. Lust can lead to love, man. Every female I was dealing with, my lust was being satisfied. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you cannot just love the women, but you can actually fall in love strictly based on lust. How a woman is sexually taking care of you, you laying up and all that, you can fall in love. You know what I mean? And when you fall in love, if you fall in love with the wrong one, it can get you in a bad situation. But I'm talking to the men but also the women. I don't exactly know how it worked with a woman. I don't know what make a woman fall in love. I know that once you get sexual, the woman start developing feelings. If she didn't already have feelings, her feelings gonna be probably more intensified than the man's feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how it worked with a woman, but you know what I'm saying? A woman, she might already have feelings before y'all have sex. And then when y'all have sex, her feelings gonna be intensified and all that. But it just depends on the woman. Every man ain't the same. Every woman ain't the same. You know what I mean? And a lot of women. I ain't finna talk about that right now. Let me check. Let me get into something. Okay, I am finna transition to that. So a lot of women, man, this is what I learned in the game too. You know, and then this ties into this is what God showed me that same day too. A lot of women, it's hard to say it, bro. Like a lot of women, they need a man. So say, check this out. A lot of women, they need a man. See, me, I was the type of dude, I'ma love you, I'ma treat you respectfully, but I wasn't trying to do nothing for no woman. And I still ain't trying to do nothing for no woman. Like, this is what you had to learn in the game. This why my ex-wife got mad with me. Cause I never had it in, like, it was never in my mind to really do nothing for a woman but give you companionship and treat you right. Like, I'm not into paying your bills and like now, I've been on some tricking adventures, but I'm really not a trick. Like that's not my mentality to do nothing financially for a woman. But this goes back to how I was raised. Like I said, my mom was a nurse, so I seen my mom get into a bag, and my dad was on child support, but he didn't always pay the way he should. And sometimes we'll have to go to court. And I remember I might have been like 10, 11, 12. I remember seeing my dad in court, but we was in court for child support. And he was like, he was like, I love you, right? And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that, so we used to have to take him to court sometimes. And sometimes he'll catch up the child support. Like it might be around Christmas. So it's like, yeah, we got that child support check. I'm finna get, most of what I want for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was checking a bag. You know what I mean? So bills and stuff was paid. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna have everything I need. And the child support check would be like for some of that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I was eating. I was well taken care of regardless. But the child support check might have something to do with some extra stuff. If I want some extra name brand clothes or some new shoes or, a video game console, little stuff like that when you're a kid, that extra stuff might be what the child support for. You know what I'm saying? Or some bills that my mama got to pay. But like, we was going to make it with or without him. You know what I'm saying? I seen my mom get to a bag. So, and then if you think about it, a woman got just as much opportunity to get to a bag as a man, if not more. Because, all you got to do is stay in school, get your education, especially if you got God on your side, be willing to work. You got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? A woman get to a bag just as easy as a man. And then if real hard times come, a woman can sell sex. Just like a man can sell dope. If hard times come, when hard times come, a man gonna rob or he gonna sell dope or whatever, right? A woman can sell sex. I'm talking about hard times, you know what I'm saying? But not even looking at that. Just a woman got just as much opportunity to get a bag as a man. These not the old days where women didn't have rights and stuff like that. It still might be some what they call it chauvinism, misogynism, in the industry or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But a woman can still get to a bag. Just like a black person, it's still some racism But a black woman can still get to a bag. It might still be some gender biased or sexism, but a woman can still get to a bag. Just like it might still be some racism, but a black person can still get to a bag. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like I don't have that mentality like I need to take care of a woman. Like I don't want to have to take care of a woman. You know, when it really comes to some marriage material type of woman or relationship material type of woman, you know what I'm saying? I want a woman that's fully financially stable on her own. Just like I don't need a woman to do nothing financially for me. I want a woman who don't need a man to do nothing financially for her. You know what I mean? So that's one type of woman, right? The woman that's financially stable, don't need a man. She might want a man, but she don't need a man. She don't need a man to do nothing for her. Then that's one type of woman. Then you got on the opposite end of the spectrum, you got a prostitute. So she gonna sell sex, and anything she get, it come from a man. You know what I'm saying? But she's selling sex, so that's how she make her money, and she need clients. Okay. Then see, this is the tricky part of the game. Then you got women that's not they not full-fledged prostitutes, but they need a man to help take care of them. And then you mix that up with the sex, and you have like a relationship, but that woman really needs you to help her. And see, I didn't understand that. Like, the best way to put it is you got women that's like halfway prostitutes. They not straight up prostitutes walking on the stroll or with an ad on the internet, but they're entering into relationships with men for the purpose of a man helping them financially. See, I didn't understand that. So that's why you got some women, they expect you to do something for them and they need you to do something for them. See, that's how it was with my ex-wife. You know, see, when we was together, she used to get mad at me because I didn't want to help her pay no bills or nothing. Like I was living with my moms. Did this before the marriage and all that. You know, she had her spot, but she needed help. You know, and I didn't help her. I wouldn't help her. I'm just like, nah, that's not my business. I don't, you know, even if I'm spending the night, it's like I didn't live there, you know, so I'm not paying bills there. You know what I'm saying? I was getting what I could get out of it. And she tolerated me, but she was always looking for other dudes who was going to do something for her. You know what I mean? So that was an issue. That's why the relationship was off and on and off. You know, it was on and off because a lot of time, as long as I was getting my lust satisfied, I'm good. And then on her end, sometimes she was happy, sometimes she wasn't happy because she need help and I wasn't helping her. You know what I mean? So she be stressed out and then we get into it and she messing with another dude trying to get what she can get out of him. And, you know, and I wasn't really caring. You know what I mean? I had other stuff going on. But there came a point in time where, you know, I recommitted my life back to God in a real way. And then later on, she did too. You know what I mean? So then we got married, but we was in the same situation. I was still living in my mom's house. And we had a couple spots, but we ended up letting them go. You know, I was living at my mom's house and we end up getting married. And I still got the same mentality though. I'm not finna take care of a woman. Like you get your money, I get my money. You know what I mean? And plus I end up quitting my job right when we got married and I couldn't find a job real quick. So I just started focusing on like full-time ministry, but I wasn't getting no money. So then I ended up getting a job like a few months later and my finances was messed up. You know, so And the whole time, she's expecting like me to get us a place and all this. And, I wasn't really concerned with none of that. I had got caught up in glory. I had got caught up in the spirit. I wasn't worried about the natural, you know what I'm saying? For real. And then, that was the problems in our marriage. She felt like I wasn't providing for us. I didn't provide us no place to stay. We'll either sleep at my house at my mama house, or we'll be at her grandma's house. You know what I mean? And that's how we was doing it. But eventually she got real frustrated and mad that I wasn't providing for us. I wasn't doing nothing for her. And really that's what led to our marriage falling apart. And she started messing with another dude. I guess he was doing for her. And then it basically led to a divorce. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like I never had it in my mind to really do for a woman. Even now, like it had to be 50-50. Like the woman had to be financially stable, bring what she gonna bring to the table. Whatever is on her load, she gotta be able to handle that. And then I handle whatever on my load. You know what I mean? She got kids, she gotta be able to take care of them kids. It's not my job, you know what I'm saying? But if we get together, then I'm gonna look out for the kids. But I mean, that's you gotta handle that. I can chip in, but I'm not finna carry the weight. You know what I mean? Like you take care of you, I take care of me, and then we combine. Like that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it in my mind to take care of a woman. She gotta be able to take care of herself. And just like I should be taking care of myself. And then we can combine and do for each other. But it ain't gonna just be me taking responsible for everything. Like I don't have that mentality. That might be why I'm still single now. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I don't have that mentality. A woman, she got to be able to carry her weight. She got to be able to carry her load. And then I carry mine and we combine. Like that's how I see it. Only way I could. And then I see situations where and there's nothing wrong with a woman being a housewife, but in my situation, like a woman couldn't come at me like soon as we meet or soon as we start talking and then just be like, I want to be a housewife. A man gonna have to take care of me. Like what? Like nah, a woman couldn't come at me like that. The only way like the only way that could happen with me is like me and a woman been together for a minute. I know she a solid woman to take care of business, and then say we got kids or something, and we just decide together that she not gonna work and she gonna take care of the kids and take care of the house. But it'll have to be a mutual decision. A woman can't just come at me like a man got to take care of me. I'm not gonna work. Like what? Like you ain't the one for me. You know what I'm saying? A woman got to be self-sufficient. And then later on down the line, if we decide, just say for the kids' sake or for some type of reason, we decide that the woman not gonna work and I'm gonna take care of you, that's something that we would decide later on down the line though, if we feel that's the best situation. A woman can't just come at me like, you gotta take care of me. Like, what? Like, nah. And even when I was engaged to the chick from the Dominican Republic, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was gonna have to work too. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of the reason that relationship didn't work out, because she was waiting on a man to take care of her. And it's like, I try to help you out a little bit, but nah, I'm not taking care of you. Like, you got to take care of yourself. Even if you come to America, like, I'll look out for you till we get your paperwork done, but sure, you got to get out there. You got to work. You know what I mean? I ain't finna just be, nah, not off the rip. Because if you taking care of a woman from the time y'all meet, from the time y'all get serious, how do you know she really love you anyway? And that she not just in it for the money, you know what I mean? So for a free ride. So it's like, nah, it take time to get to that level. And it would have to be, we would have to both agree that that's the best way to handle our situation. Because, I mean, sometimes it is the best way, you got to send your kids to childcare, and you don't know who taking care of your kids, and some of the stuff that go on in these daycares and stuff like that. So it might be the best thing for your wife to stay home and take care of the kids. You know what I mean? But every couple is different, but the couple just have to be in agreement how they gonna do things. But me personally, I'm not interested in taking care of a woman. You know what I mean? Especially not off the rip. Like I said, later on, if something might change and we might agree on a different situation. But nah, that's not my mentality. The way I look at it, a woman got to check a bag. You know what I mean? And if a woman ain't checking a bag, we can't have nothing serious. Then, when I tried tricking, I was like this right here. If I meet a woman and she always trying to get something from me, she asking me for money, or she always trying to get me to smoke weed or buy drinks or anything like that. If she thirsty, it's a thirsty woman that want this and that from me, and we not even serious like that. I proposition the broad like a prostitute, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? One time offer, I give you $60. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do. Mouth, vagina, you know what I mean? $60 one time, and then holla. You know what I'm saying? Females get offended, but the way I feel, like, shoot, you wasn't shy about asking me for no money. You wasn't shy about asking me to do nothing for you. So don't get shy now. Because I'm just making it, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling it as it is. You coming at me like a prostitute, and you trying to use your sexuality to think I'm going to be soft on you and I'm going to be doing this and that. Nah, I'm going to go on and make it a flat situation. Like, boom, this is what I'm offering you. Then you can go get your own weed. Then you can go and buy your own drink. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to play me. Like, I'm just going to proposition you. And if you act like you too high class or something, then sure, holler. You ain't finna be using me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I kind of got cold. Nah, I ain't get cold. I still dealt with them with respect, but the game can get kind of funny out here. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, them the three kinds of women though, man. You got a woman who she's really dealing with dudes because of what a dude gonna do for her. You know what I mean? She really dealing with dudes. It's not just love. It's not just seeking companionship. At the same time, she trying to find a dude that's gonna finance her life. So that's kind of like a halfway prostitute. She not turning trick after trick back to back. She not doing all that, but she's purposely getting herself involved with men with the purpose that they gonna finance her life. So that's like a halfway prostitute. And it's a whole lot of women like that. It's only a few women that's really financially stable on their own. And it's only a few women that's straight up prostitutes. But it's a whole lot of women that fall under that middle ground where they really need a man to do for them, and they trying to pick men that's gonna do for them financially. So, that I didn't understand all that in my younger days. I didn't understand that. I was thinking about, when I was on my player stuff, I'm thinking about lust, how I can smash a chick straight up. I'm not thinking about the games that these women playing. Cause see, I remember, and I've had times where you'll meet a chick at the club or something. I remember one situation. I ain't gonna get too many details, man. But it's this club I used to hit called Club Ignite. This was like 2012 or 2013. I had met this older white woman, straight up, no lie. I'm in my 20s. I'm probably like 28, 29, however age I was, 2012, 13. At the time, she was 47. She was attractive though. And, but we kicked it. And I remember I spent the night at her house one time. And, we had sex and all that. But when I got up in the morning, well, we did it again in the morning. But right after that, she asked me for some money. I think she asked me for like $10. I'm like, nah. Cause I think I had to get my oil changed that day. Matter of fact, I had the gray Ford 500, and I bought it from Crown over there off of Troop Highway and Thistle, or is it Troop? It's over there somewhere, like Troop Highway and Thistle, something like that, right? So I used to get my oil change. I used to pay like 30 something dollars for the oil change. So I'm pretty sure I had to get my oil change that morning. And I was like, nah, I ain't got no money. I just got a little bit. I got to get my oil change. But now that I look back at it, like she was trying to finesse. Like she wasn't a straight prostitute, but she gonna try to have, if she gonna have sex with somebody, she gonna try to have sex with somebody who can give her some money. But she not charging for sex though. But she trying to get involved with somebody who gonna be willing to give her money for this or for that. And that's a lot of females' game. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of females' game. You know, they pinpointing dudes that's gonna be able to help them financially, and that's who they choose. So that's kind of GFE. That's like halfway prostitute, GFE. That's kind of like some GFE type stuff. Hey, this is what God showed me. I put it on everything, I swear. But it's a whole lot of women like that. So just know that, you know, and it just depends on what kind of dude you are. Because you might be the kind of dude where like any female I'm messing with, I'm going to give her money. So that's cool. It just depends on what kind of dude you are. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm not that kind of dude. But yeah, I'm not financing no female life. I'm not here to finance your life. You know what I'm saying? Not me. But I'm not above tricking either though, you know. But I'm not, you know, when you're a player, you can play any position. You might meet a certain chick and you might be on some pimping. You know, she might be down with some pimping. You might meet another chick and y'all do everything 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Or you take turns taking each other out or anything like that. Then you might have another chick, you know, you do some tricking to smash her. You know what I'm saying? Like a player can play any position. But being a player though, you got to be getting to some money, and you know you dealing with the women, and you got to be getting to some money if you're a player. If you ain't getting to the money, then you in a down season. Like I heard a dude say last night, a pimp just pimp. A pimp don't be trying to sell no dope. A pimp don't be trying to rob nobody. A pimp just pimp. But a player, you could play any position. A player, you might be a dope boy. You know, for some years. You might be on some pimping with this chick. You might be on some tricking with that chick. You know, you might be able to gamble and make some money. You know, a player can do it all. A player is not confined to have to do it this way or do it that way, but a pimp just pimp. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to prostitutes or women, period. Like, the same thing when it comes to pimping. Like a prostitute really don't need a pimp. A prostitute can really renegade this thing. Let me start it over. Yeah.